Morning, what a beautiful day. So I go for a walk, right, I sit at home and do my video, my live feed. Right, so, question. Why did I start my bodybuilding journey? Well, being a successful bodybuilder in my life at the age of 64, it was time for me to look at my change of my posture and my lifestyle. Yes, bodybuilding can be a very selfish sport. I hate to say it, but it is. There's been, through my journey, my sacrifice was for my competition. Yes, my family and my son, they occasionally did miss out on a few little treats, I would say, like holiday times, because I would be very selective. So those who say bodybuilding is not selfish, it is a very selfish sport. Now, to achieve, there's a lot of discipline involved. For me, when I first started training with weights, it wasn't about getting into powerlifting stuff, it was just about getting health and fitness. I remember seeing a guy at our local gym, at Estuary Gym, and he looked fantastic, and I said to him, how old are you, mate? And I thought he was about 32. He was actually 42. It was unbelievable. And I talked to him about his health and fitness, and he said, yeah, I just train, don't do shows, I just love it. I said, wow, I want to look like you when I get older, look younger. So there I was, starting my journey. And then I got into the competition side, and that started another journey, and that taught me a lot of things, and which I'm really grateful. I learned a lot from my competition days about myself as a person, who I was or who I wasn't, and what I wanted to be. So from that point, my whole journey was all about longevity of my training, about my fitness, about my well-being, and I focused so much on my competition side. Yes, my well-being was there, but it wasn't, I would say, spot on for the family. It's a bit selfish, I know, but that's the thing that you have to do when you do competition. You have to set yourself aside. You have to isolate yourself from everyone else, because your focus is one thing: go on that stage to win. I don't care what anyone says, you're there for one reason only: to win. And that was my focus. Yeah, I was disappointed at times I didn't win, but I had to learn, why didn't I win? What did the judges didn't like about me? And obviously one of the biggest problems for me is size, trying to get the size on. As a natural bodybuilder, it's hard, but it is time consuming and it is selfish in ways you have to eat more, put more energy into it and train harder and smarter. But going back to my lifestyle, over the many years that I've competed, I loved it, enjoyed it. Great support from family and friends. The wife, Karen, she's been spot on all the time. Even when my times were tough, like the last few weeks, depletion in your diet as you're trying to get the last ounce of body fat off your skin, underneath your skin, that is hard. That's not easy. And over the years, I learned how to develop it for myself, how to control my mindset, how to control my training, to discipline myself to get the best out of me for the competition. Now, over those many years of lifting weights, I set other challenges, like trying to hit my PB, my deadlifts, try and bench press, things like that. We all do. And that's the nature of your training. You enjoy it. You enjoy what you're trying to achieve. You push yourself to limits. And that's what we are as human beings. Fantastic. We don't just set the boundary of what's there. We go beyond it and we push it. And which I have, like many, done it. But for me, I've been very lucky that I have no injuries. No problems, no aches. You get the niggles, yeah, muscle soreness, you get that, you expect it. But for me, it wasn't a problem. I was really pleased. But I know over the last few years that I've been pushing my own limits, and yeah, and quite rightly, my son said to me, be careful, Dad, take it easy, you know, you're not young anymore. Yes, he's right, I'm not young anymore. 63, 62 then, I was still pushing my goals, going for what I wanted to do. And I even matched the British and beat the British record of deadlifting. It was not official because I use straps. But other than that, I was chuffed that I can match that number. So for me, that was great. But over the years, what my son has seen from his knowledge, understanding of posture, through his qualification and skill sets, he said, my body pressure on my spine is quite substantial. I said, I'm okay, I've got no problems. I said, no, you need to just watch what you're doing and be careful. And having listened to him and looked at a few of my pictures and done a bit more analysing, yeah, my posture wasn't, I like to believe, to be perfect. In fact, I've embedded some bad positioning of my joints. But lucky enough, no joint problems. And as I said from the beginning of day one of my training, I do not want any injuries. I do not want any problems of my joints as I get into my late 60s, into my 70s. So, on the grounds of that, and being sensible, I've always been cautious of what I do. I looked into, you know what, let's go down this new training principle and let's correct the body and let's see that I can have my longevity of my training, but in a different way. That's less stress on the joints, more stress on the muscle, and get that mind-muscle connection, which I notice with my current training platform using functional pattern is totally different from the concept that I thought, yeah, I'll go in the gym, do my back workout, I'll do my leg workout, whatever. But there's more involved through the FP side. And I'll tell you what, it's more challenging. So, because it is more challenging, it's inspired me. Yeah, I've got to carry on this journey and do it. Yes, I've lost size. I'm not as big as I was last year, but to me, does it really matter? No. I feel good, look good. Weight-wise, being said my food, it's still good. I mean, I've lost half a kilo, but do I feel bad for it? No. In the mirror, do I look any worse? No, I still look good. I don't look full as a bodybuilder, but I look full as someone said, an athlete. So for me, that's a bonus in that respect. Overall, the journey I'm on now is very challenging. It's giving me a new challenge, FP for one, and also sprinting. That I could never have done 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 10 years ago. Sprinting was never on my agenda, and if I did it, I just felt uncomfortable. Now, over the last 2 months, sprinting now is giving me a challenge that I want to see how far I can push myself in sprinting and improve. I'm no athlete, I'm no sprinter, but I love the feel what I'm getting out of it at the moment. The body feels lighter. Yeah, I feel like I am Superman, but I'm not really. But I'm just enjoying that journey. So, changing my lifestyle from a bodybuilder to an athlete, you could say, FP, I'm loving it. It's different, and it suits me. What works for me? Different courses for different horses, as they say. And for me, I'm enjoying the change. The hardest part has been my mindset. To change what I've been doing over the many years to doing it totally differently, and not to go to the gym and pound the weights, which is totally different concept. And it's been hard. I must admit, it's been hard. But it's also been challenging in a positive way that I can convince my body and mind that it needs to work differently. And boy, look out, I'm enjoying this journey. So, just as an insight to my journey, have an awesome day, have an awesome week. Remember those challenges, remember what you need to do. Stay focused on what you're doing. It's so important. And enjoy and love it. No matter what you're doing, if you're doing weight training, go for it. But be sensible. I keep saying to people, focus on technique. Technique's number one. Anyway, have a marvellous day. Enjoy the sunshine and catch up soon.